All right, breaking down today's slate for you. Today is going to be trying to go over the core plays for you today. I mean, there's 5 core plays that I'd like to get into my lineup, but it's just not optimal. It's not, you can't fit it in with the salaries. So we're going to show you which lineup we like the most. But the core plays there are going to be LeBron, Giannis, then LMA you can fit in there, and then Draymond Green as well. And then just remember that this is the inactive season. People get ruled out right before lock, so just make sure you're by your computer right before lock. Beginning at point guard here, Isaiah Thomas, he's under 6K. I don't really know why. He's a little bit too cheap. Then speaking of too cheap, you got Cameron Payne and then Cook for the Warriors. Cook had 40 DK points each of the last 2 games, and I think Cameron Payne's a little bit too cheap as well. I do not think Cook will get you that 40 points today again, but I do think he can get you 25 DK points. The point guard that I do think will get 40 DK points is point guard Eric Bledsoe in that high total game, Cleveland versus Milwaukee. Getting to shooting guards here, I really like Lance Stevenson if Miles Turner is ruled out. Sabonis has already been ruled out, and I think that game will go small, which will result in Lance Stevenson getting some more minutes. That happened last game as well. Jeremy Lamb, Nicholas Batum is out, so I think Jeremy Lamb will get a boost, but I do think he'll be a little bit of a chalky play. You can definitely pivot to Denzel Valentine. People don't like to play him as much as they should. His ownership will be a little bit lower than Jeremy Lamb's today, I think, so you could definitely just lock in Denzel Valentine. And then once again, I do like Chris Middleton in that high total game. You could stack Eric Bledsoe and Chris Middleton and do not too bad. They could probably get you 40 DK points each, having a nice floor of 80 points. But the Milwaukee Bucks player that I like the most in that game is going to be Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's averaged 60 DK points against them, against Cleveland there. And at that price point, that's just a lock and load for you. And you could also run it back with Jeff Green. But Kyle Anderson's a guy that I really like. He always goes off against the Warriors. He did last time he was in our video. Last time he played the Warriors, he just went off against them. But it's kind of a little bit different Warriors team. You know, not all their players are active or not. If they were, I'd probably lock him in. I'm probably just going to be looking at 30% ownership at Kyle Anderson, which will definitely be overweight, but I still like him as a play. And then KCP, once again, he's under 6K. I think that's just a little bit too cheap for what he can do. He normally averages 30 DK points, so I really do not get that price point for KCP. You could have included LeBron in the small forward, but I decided to include him in the power forward since that's what he's been playing more of lately. So definitely if you can fit LeBron, fit him in there. He's just been going off on a tear lately. The guy that I like the most in this range, though, is going to be LMA and Draymond Green. But then you got DeMarre Carroll here, who's just priced too low. I don't get it. At his price point right now, he's a value of 5.8, and that's on average. So I really just do not get the pricing for DeMarre Carroll. He hasn't been over 6K really that much this year. I benefited a lot from playing him just because he's a nice value play. You can always plug in there and get your 5X. And he went off against Memphis the last time they played, so I don't get that price point. But once again, all 4 of these guys are just great options in that range. And then center here, that's kind of where it gets difficult. I obviously like Al Jefferson. I targeted him each of the last 2 games. Then Zizic, I think I'm going to lock him in now. Larry Nance was ruled out. And if he gets 20 minutes again, there'll definitely be 25 DK points going against that Milwaukee Bucks team, who's not that good at guarding the center. And then some tournament options are going to be Kelly Olynyk and then Bobby Portis. Both of those guys are point per minute guys, so if they get the minutes tonight, they should go off. But once again, they're a little bit priced higher than Zizic and Al Jefferson, so I like those guys a little bit more. I'm going to try to get those 2 in my lineups as much as I can today. And then for value, there isn't that much of value today. The only real one is going to be Blakeney for the Chicago Bulls. His shots have been up. He's went 6 for 21, so he hasn't been really hitting his shots, but his minutes keep going up. So I do like him today. I think he'll get you 25 DK points if he gets those minutes again. And then Malik Monk, a lot of people are going to be targeting Jeremy Lamb because Batum is out, but I could see Malik Monk getting the minutes as well. Jeremy Lamb's a guy that really doesn't get over 25 minutes, so maybe those minutes go to Malik Monk instead, and he's priced at 3.2K. That's a nice value option for you. But all right, guys, that's what I have for you today. Here are my lock plays, and then here's a lineup that I'm looking at right now. Definitely going to try to fit in some more value and tweak this lineup a little bit more. Thanks.